I'm at a garden centre today just outside Nottingham, and I've struck gold, flatworm gold. And the flatworm that I have is this one. It's the Southampton flatworm, Caenoplana variegator. Only the second Nottinghamshire record. And I've just turned it up by turning over part of a railway sleeper here at this garden centre. I didn't expect this particular species. And I didn't expect to lose it promptly after filming it while it was sat in the pot. I don't know how I did it, but after filming that little section, it was then the case of securing the specimen and taking it home. And I bent down to pick a leaf up. I heard the pot fall over into the crate, and after picking the leaf up, I picked the pot up, and it never registered that the pot was now empty. I looked everywhere for that flatworm, in the 3 crates on which that little pot was sat when I did that little piece to camera. Looked underneath it, in amongst a few leaves that were underneath the pot, and I couldn't find it anywhere. It's not as if it could race off at 90 miles an hour or fly off or run off or hop off, but it's certainly some kind of oft, and I never saw it again. I was livid, I must admit, thankful that I'd got a little bit of footage, but how could I make a video based on that? But then, after finding a Southampton flatworm, promptly losing a Southampton flatworm, I found another Southampton flatworm, and another, and another. And so the rest of this video is based on a bit more success and surprise at finding another Southampton flatworm at another garden centre, then finding 2 more in close proximity with it. At last, I can finish the video, and the lesson to all: always secure a specimen in the pot, even for something slow moving like a flatworm. This one must have been like a greyhound. I still don't know where it went, but went it did. But in the end, not to worry, Nottinghamshire now has further records of the Southampton flatworm, and it's an absolute belter of an invertebrate, even if it is very much unwanted in the county. I never dreamt that there would be a part 2 to this video, a sequel almost. But a week ago, when I visited the Nottingham Garden Centre and found Nottinghamshire's second record of the Southampton flatworm, and then lost it, I was gutted, to say the least. I searched and searched under those crates in the surrounding area, but couldn't find it for love nor money. I presumed that because I'd never found one before, it would be an equally long time before I found another one. That equally long time has transferred into a week. I've always fancied this unheated greenhouse here at this Southall Garden Centre to produce the goods, but over the years it hasn't, apart from one Australian spider, which is here in abundance. But I've come here today looking for invertebrates again. I am also going to buy a few plants. I think it's only right when I'm gawping under the plants and lifting everyone I could possibly do up. But it's not under a plant that I've found the Southampton flatworms that I have found. It's under a rotten piece of wood at the far end of this unheated greenhouse. I really can't believe my luck. I didn't think a week ago, after I lost the first one at that last garden centre, that I would be doing this. And it was under here, just lifting this up. The flatworms were both underneath here. This wood's been here many years. In fact, there is a third specimen here. Now, to the vast majority of people, many won't realise that we have flatworms in the country, and it's only due to garden centres such as this across the country that we have a number of unwanted non-native species, and this Australian species is one such species. This is a large flatworm, but quite beautiful actually. But the fact that it's turned up again within the space of a week, I'm actually overjoyed with. But these non-native species are generally bad news for our terrestrial invertebrates. This one has a wide range of tastes, but many prey on our earthworm population, so they're not good news. However, we have garden centres and the horticultural trade to blame entirely for the likes of these species being brought in to the UK. And as much as many people won't like it, they're pretty much here to stay. Still think they're marvellous things, however undesirable they happen to be.